Like some girls, like they take the guys away from the group.
No.
You see that's the problem, right?
What?
No.
I mean, if you're in love,
No, but like okay, no.
Yo.
But
Yo, watch out.
you don't want to be the friend that only appears when they're single.
Welcome to the Two Man Podcast series, brought to you by the Echo of That Podcast. Now, the Two Man is not a rumble, it's not a dating show, it's not none of that. It's a conversation about men in relationships, bringing on the perspective of the ladies. Everybody's been asking about the ladies. Without further ado, the ladies, please introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
Jenny, nice to meet you.
Perfect. Now, I could not let this be a two-on-one discussion. I had to bring my main man Fred back in here.
Boy, we back at it again.
Because we have some stuff to discuss. We got some stuff to learn actually. So how's everybody? How you guys doing today?
Good.
Feeling nervous, excited, happy.
Glad to hear. You guys are friends, right?
Yes.
Obviously. How long you guys been friends?
A few years.
Like 3 years, maybe?
3 years?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. How long have you been friends?
Since as far as we can remember, my boy.
I actually can't remember.
I can't remember when we became friends. We knew each other before we knew each other.
Yeah, since at least elementary.
At least elementary, middle
I
school.
was in middle school. You was in
Elementary, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, man, like I'm always curious about how much friends impacts relationships. Do you guys ever like kind of figure that out?
Yeah, absolutely. I think in a way it's like silent peer pressure, right?
Really? Like friends peer pressure you into relationships, kind of thing, or outside of relationships, in a sense?
When you're in a relationship, I think you kind of care about people who are close to you, what they think.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think, their opinions can affect a lot, you know?
I think it can affect a lot, but it's also about like how it affects it. Like some friends could be good, like a very good opinion. I know sometimes when I come to him for advice, he's giving me great advice. I've given him great advice. He's probably stopped me from doing reckless stuff.
That's true.
But like you said, you guys have been friends forever, so probably there's a way that he knows how to talk to you because he knows you.
Yeah.
Most importantly, like most likely he cares, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it comes from the heart.
What do you think?
Absolutely. I mean, different friends know you better.
Right.
You know, like a friend I just met, I'm not going to go to him for advice because he's not going to know how to talk to me.
Yeah.
But if I need advice from Vlad, he's going to tell me how to say it and what to do because he knows me. This is my boy right here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I think I always say you're only as strong as the people who hold you accountable.
absolutely.
So at least for me, how I look at all my friendships and how they help me in relationships, if they're not willing to tell me that, hey, I'm wrong in this, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to, then I kind of look at them like, okay, we may not be the best of friends, or I may not be able to look at that person for relationship advice. What do you guys think?
You absolutely question it if they can't be honest with you, right?
For sure.
I think it's true, definitely, like on the positive side, you know, like if they give you good advice and, you know, everything like that. But I do also think they can impact it negatively because let's say if, you know, you get into like a fight, they're going to remember that fight for like forever. They're going to be like, oh, but they did this, they did that. And it's like, you and your guy already moved on.
Yeah.
Already, you know, it's already moved on. But then your friend is still thinking about, the time that they did this, the time. And it's like, no, it's like, so I think in a way they can sometimes be negatively impactful if, you know, they're only stressing the negative.
Yeah. How do you figure that out though? Like what to tell this friend, or like when to involve them, when not to involve them in a sense?
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah, that is tough.
Because there's definitely been situations where like I've gone to like a female friend and she's been like, don't do this because remember when she did that? It's like, yo, we long past that.
Right.
So I think when you're going to advice about something with somebody, you tell them at first, hey, don't bring up what this person did, just listen to me. Like you set those guidelines about what the conversation is going to be about at first.
I think that's key. That's key because sometimes you're not gonna be right, or the friend is not gonna be right. So I gotta look out for like, okay, I gotta make sure I'm telling you the best information and I don't hold any grudges against this person.
Yeah.
Especially if you're the friend who's gonna meet them. Like if he has a girl or I have a girl, they're definitely gonna meet Fred. I can't have Fred coming like, remember when she did this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm curious, like as a guy, seeing girls and how they do their friendships. Sometimes it's like you see it as good, like you see how she had like a friend, she had a community around her. but then you're almost sometimes scared, like, okay, I gotta figure out how to be friends with her friends. Because sometimes, like, okay, if he has a girl, I have my expectations for him, but his girl's a whole different person. I have to start from scratch with her.
We don't know her at all.
And same thing, vice versa. Like, it kind of, do you have to, like, figure out how to be around this person's friends? Do you guys ever have to figure that out for guys?
Absolutely. I mean, I won't speak for y'all, but absolutely, like, girl and her friends, you gotta, especially coming in as a man, you gotta know, all right, this, especially getting some prior knowledge too. Ask your girl for the brief. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Brief
who's
now.
crazy?
Who's crazy? Who's toxic?
Exactly.
Who's a friend that goes out? You know what I'm saying? To know how to talk to them and how to build that. And you gotta come through with easy feet too. So, how about y'all?
Well, I think just introducing, you know, like making sure that you know, how would you feel if like your girl was always going out and you don't even know
That's
how?
not my girl. What?
If you, what do you mean?
Wait, do you think? Wait, how soon? Better question is, how soon do you
frequently going
introduce
out?
the guy you're dating to your girlfriends?
Oh, okay, that's a different. I think once you know that it's serious, like once you know that you'd want it in the
Intuition.
future, you know.
What about you?
Yeah, I agree. If it's like more serious, probably before like my parents, because
Of course.
they're just
Yeah,
friends.
yeah.
But probably when it's more serious.
What about like not just like your friends, like your best girlfriends, like your best
They
friends?
probably meet first.
Yeah, I think that it didn't come first because I don't know. My friend will probably give me good advice. You know,
Yeah.
try to like.
Even before you guys make it official.
Yeah.
How soon? How soon have I told you about somebody?
You be telling me things after the fact.
Oh,
Not
does that trigger you? Tell me.
at all. Because I know how Vlad is. Like, Vlad be going through some situations. I'll be like, yo, my boy.
I would be doing something crazy.
Things that only happen to you, type thing.
I mean, I'll let you know a little bit like after I got it figured out and stuff.
I don't think girls are like that though. I think they're definitely like, oh look, this is the guy I'm talking to. Oh, this is the you know,
Yeah.
like they're more like
Excited
vocal
to
about
share,
it,
yeah.
you know.
That's so weird. I'm not
But
excited.
meeting him, no.
Yeah.
But like they definitely know.
They'll
like,
know
what's
his
going
name,
on.
they'll know everything about it.
Like,
Exactly.
for me, I don't tell y'all nothing. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
you actually don't. You
I
actually
don't tell y'all
I come to them
nothing.
for like advice. I'm like, yo, I'm going through this.
Yes.
What y'all think? This is the layout. This is how I know her. This is how we met.
Like,
Nothing.
And why
I'll be-
don't you?
I don't know. It's like, I'm a very, not even secretive in a bad way, but I'm very protective of my peace.
Okay.
It's not I'm saying like he's not my peace. It's just like my first instinct isn't to tell like, yo, I got this girl. Like, never mind.
So you,
Okay.
wait. So you think telling others might ruin it?
I think that's a fear. The reason I'm not ruined, yeah, I think that's like somewhat of
They'll
a
see
fear.
the red flags before you.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's not like, oh, let me be oblivious to it. Let me
For a little bit,
enjoy
let me
it.
just enjoy
Let me
it.
enjoy it for a little
figure
bit.
out.
Plus, I've never had a situation that I really felt serious about. Like, all right, she got to meet the parents, the friends. Like, this is something I see long term. Majority of times,
So it takes longer for you to
it's
introduce it.
yeah.
And that's fair. If you don't see it being serious, there's like no point.
There's no point. There has been no point.
Oh, honey, I'm different. I'm like, okay, I'm thinking about being serious. What
Yeah.
y'all think? That's me. That's me. I'm more like, okay, this is a girl. This is what she said. I feel easy about this. This I feel cool about. What you guys think? Like our boy, you know, I'm not gonna say his name on the podcast.
You know what I'm saying? Ooh, you know.
Goes like
Cup.
very
Very recently got cuffed, and you know what I'm saying. He took us through the whole storyline,
Right,
and man, it was a good storyline.
That's a good story. That's a
Got
good
her
story.
man back. She got
Chill. We're not gonna say nobody else's details.
You know
in
what
there.
I'm saying? It was
But-
a very interesting storyline.
Do you think telling your friends about the boyfriend or the girlfriend or whoever, do you think that affects the relationship drastically or not?
Telling them how.
It
Like-
shouldn't.
It's how
It
you,
It
it's
should-
what you tell them and how often you tell them things.
But
Yeah.
if I need you to hold me accountable, though, I gotta be honest. If I need him to tell me, okay, that that's not a good pick, or that's not really a good, it's not working out how you think, I need to be as honest as possible.
Yeah.
I think people who have the best interest for you will always tell you the truth. And I feel like you deep down have to know who's for you and who's against you.
Right.
So at the end of the day,
Right.
I mean, choose your friends wisely, you know?
True.
Right
I
friends.
think the way you speak to them helps a lot because if you just go to them directly and be like, you need to break up with them, they're not good for you. You're gonna be like, what? No, like, you know, you have your own relationship with that person, right? But if you just bring it with like logic and like that you show that you care and like you're not making stuff up, you know, I think that's different.
For sure.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that, man. I have another question, but first, before we get to that, I want to go to commercial real quick. One last time, one like little commercial, then we're going to be right back.
I'm not looking for anything serious right now.
Yeah.
That could mean a lot of things to different people.
No.
You got it. Yes, it can.
Yeah. But that should be an indicator,
like-
yeah.
Those first few conversations you have on a date are key because you're talking about everything. You don't know this person at all.
Nah,
You don't know them from Adam.
Adam, you don't know this person's family. You don't even know this person. He's your cousin.
You know what you found. You know exactly. We're back. And I have a question for the girls, because we're talking about like guys, girls, and the friends and stuff like that. I want to ask, what are some things that like guy friend does, like guys friends, that they do that give like instant red flags, or like people say the ick, in a sense?
What the heck?
What are the icks with like guys friends?
Maybe constantly talking about other girls, especially in front of us.
That's breaking one of the bro codes.
Bro codes. Yeah, that's bro code right there.
You can't do that. Not in front of the, well, not at all. But not in front of the girls.
That always crazy. I mean, not in front of the girls.
You like, have you seen that before?
Yeah, definitely.
Witnessed it?
Yeah, like maybe like in a bar setting,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
they just kind of like let loose, and you're like, oh, so this is the type of stuff that you like to do. This is what you're used to. This is how like. And then you make you think like, dang, maybe if I weren't here, it'd probably be a lot worse.
No. It's spiraling in your mind.
Yeah, definitely.
Actually, what do you think? What are some things that a guy does? You can't think of it? She doesn't want to expose any details whatsoever. Nah.
How about
Fred.
like, nah, bro? What you think, man? Because you do.
For me,
Yeah.
like, dang. I remember one scenario I was in where this one girl I was talking to, and she was a group of friends. Like, I had my group of friends, we were all in the same place, and I was talking to her while she was with her group of friends. But all of her friends were kind of trying to get in the middle of it, and that made me like, what am I doing here? Or like, what are you guys doing? Like, sometimes I think some girls try to protect their friends so much and try to like be rough and tough and aggressive with the guy. Some guys, they'll like do it like it's all right, but then I have to question like, okay, if they don't like me, probably you don't like me. Then I have to rethink why I'm here and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And what if they treat you differently in front of their friends?
Yeah.
You're just like, what am I doing here? You know.
But why do girls do that? Like, why are girls sometimes so protective over their friends?
Everybody acts different when they're in a group of people. Everyone acts a little different.
Yeah, but like sometimes, like some girls, they kind of want to, they'll like, okay, treat her right or this like that. Make sure you treat her good or this kind of stuff. Like sometimes, as guys, it can come off as extra. But for girls, what does it like look like?
I feel like I'm completely the opposite. I'm more like, he's your boyfriend? Like, I'm super nice to him. Because like, I think you have smart, like, you're not going to be with just anyone, right? If he makes you happy, like, I'm going to extend that, like, welcome energy.
I think I'm not like that in front of them, but I think maybe like behind, because like obviously meeting them, I'm like, oh yeah, hi, whatever, be nice. But then probably behind, I'm like, like, I tell them like the little things I see or stuff like that. But I'm definitely, I'm not the type to be like, oh, watch her,
Actually, the type of friend you want to have. Like we'll have a great time. But with just us girls, we like, listen here.
I keep it honest.
I feel like y'all would turn on me.
Absolutely, we will turn on him. I only wild out when I don't like the girl. That's the only time I wild out. Like if she's a genuine girl and I see it up, because you can feel genuine energy as soon as you meet somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, intuition is real.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
What if he's so happy?
Nah. I'll slap Don't think about me, I'll slap the smirk. Heck no, we don't care about smirk. We deal with hardcore because I have some of my boys be getting played. And I really like
Can't let it happen.
I can't let it happen. Like I used to just laugh it off, you know what I'm saying? You took an L. But now I can't let it happen. So I'll tell them straight up, like, hey, that's not the one. Tell them, now if you continue to go at it, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? Pop your stuff, my boy. Me
Yeah,
personally,
definitely.
I'm gonna tell you how it is. Especially if a girl I know of and I know a little bit. Nah.
I remember one girl I kind of wanted to mess with. I did mess with a little bit.
Do tell.
Every guy we know told me not to.
You told
No.
about this,
I don't think you know about
Ooh.
it. But I don't think...
See?
I don't
See? You just full circle.
Every guy we know told me not to. But then I was like, oh, it's not that serious and not that bad. Lo and behold, it didn't work out. And they're right. But I think guys, we kind of have that where we got to hold each other accountable. We got to let each other know. We got to let them know, hey, stay away from that girl. Like, stay away from that girl. First time that happened, I didn't listen. Second time, I did listen. Do you girls ever see that? Like, you tell the girl, okay, don't hang out with that girl. Don't hang out. And then they still do it, and then they get heartbroken.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? How many of my homegirls get cheated on and still go back? It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's weak in the knees. Your knees is weak.
Some people get blinded, you know. You tell them the red flags and they still ignore it. So.
Anybody can justify anything in their mind.
Yeah.
If you want to justify it, you will continue to go through it over and over and over again.
Do you think it should ever get to a point where, like, okay, you either stop messing with that girl or we can't be friends?
Ooh.
Should it, like, if you're going to hold them accountable or help them out, I can't be there the whole time. So it's like, okay, hey, Fred, stop messing with that girl or we got to cut each other loose.
I don't think I would unless like they personally done something like really wrong to me or to my friend.
Mhm.
You know, I'd be like, hey, like listen, like you gotta stop. But I mean, if I just don't like him because I don't like him, of course not. I mean, you gotta do you. You gotta let your friend, you know, make their mistakes. And because I mean, at the end of the day, your friend's always gonna be your friend, right?
Right.
And when the relationship's over, you always got your girls. You always got your guys.
Yeah,
I
what
mean,
think about it?
I feel you, but like, I'm not saying we got an expiration date, but I'm saying she comes before at some point.
At some point.
At some point, yeah.
But not at the start route. You
Yeah,
know
of
what I'm
course
saying?
not.
We even match and then she got to elevate. She got to do
But what if she
Yeah.
like some girls like they take the guys away from the group?
no. Let me
You see
stop.
that's the problem, right?
What?
No.
I mean, if you're in love,
No, but like, okay, no,
Yo,
but you
yo, watch out.
you don't want to be the friend that only appears when they're single.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's
don't
true.
want to be that friend.
Cause like,
You
yo,
gotta-
we know why you're here.
You
Yeah.
gotta balance it out. You gotta invite your boyfriend, your girlfriend over, and hang out together, right? Meet the group.
That's true.
That's how you make them all like.
But I feel like, you know, at the honeymoon stage, let them be. Let
Yeah,
them
yeah.
hang out with their boyfriend all the time, after or girlfriend all the time. But after, you know, the first few months, if they're still like that, you gotta be like, okay, like, you know,
Yeah.
are you still gonna be our friend? Still
Yeah.
hang out with us?
Yeah.
I feel like for guys, like if we play basketball and we usually get a 3-on-3 or 2-on-2.
Man, as soon as
And
it
then
turns
you
to
take-
3-on-1,
Yeah, we can't like
Yeah.
okay now 2-on-3 or something.
this is
It's-
like,
it's
yo, what are
messing
we
up the
doing? Let's play
dynamic.
king of the court because we ain't got 3. And it's like, dang, let's just
Let
shoot.
them be in love.
We can't allow. I don't, maybe as a guy, you can't let.
You can't let it happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Can't.
Yeah, we need the group.
We need
Yeah.
it.
I mean,
We lose it,
yeah,
we lose.
I don't
So
think.
maybe.
No, I've been with my boyfriend over a year. I don't think he's ever stopped playing soccer. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah. So
My
he's
God.
always
Like,
there.
right, keep it consistent,
Keep
my
it consistent.
boy. My
He
boy.
just, you know, he like schedules it. He's like, okay, Ashley, I'll go out with you here and then this day, but
Hey, you know what? I need that kind of schedule. I need that kind of schedule.
Absolutely.
I think it's weird because sometimes, like, you see, okay, one friend gets in a relationship, and then another friend gets in a relationship, and then another friend gets in a
That's true.
relationship.
That happens.
And you don't want to be that one
Oh,
single
yeah.
friend
Aw.
among the other girls.
seventh wheeling.
Never. Hey. We not doing that. We not
We're
doing
going through that.
that. No,
We are going
refuse.
through
I
that.
refuse. I
All our boys
refuse.
are getting cuffed, man.
But when you guys get cuffed, you guys can, you know, all hang out together.
Think about it, it never happened at the same time.
That's it.
As soon as, watch, they gonna, God forbid.
God, no, no, no.
God forbid, I hope that's it, wise.
God forbid, God forbid.
Imagine they start breaking up, then we gonna get cuffed, and this is gonna be like a whole situation.
It's weird. I don't know if it's weird as guys, because sometimes it's like, okay, dang, I don't want to be that one single friend. And then your girl kind of feels a little bit insecure about you hanging out with a single friend.
Yeah.
And I know there's that perception. But now it's like, okay, do I stop hanging out with my friend? Do I hang out with them and then try to mitigate, or do I jump in a whole relationship?
It's just about
Can't forget your friend.
communicate, just clear communication with your partner,
Yeah.
being honest, Like, all right, I'm chilling with these boys. I make sure that I keep my head on the swivel because I know this. Like, be upfront.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right now I'm single, so I have a group of homeboys that I chill with that I know that if I chill with them when I do have a relationship, things can get inappropriate. So I don't even put myself in those settings. I'll be like, hey, y'all boys, you know what I'm saying? We go out from time to time, but not consistent like we're doing now.
Yeah.
So this is all about clear communication and honesty.
And boundaries.
And boundaries.
Yeah, for
Set
sure.
those boundaries.
Because I don't want, like, okay, I'm in a relationship, but then you doing stuff that threatens the relationship. Like, don't go, I'm in a relationship, you going to introducing me to a whole homegirl and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like that with girls? Like, sometimes guys are afraid of that. Like my girl going out with her single friends, and I'm like, what's going on?
What's up? Like, it's good.
What do you guys think? Does that happen?
I don't really think. I feel like I'm pretty confident in my relationship that I can, feel like my boyfriend can have his time because I want to go out with my girls too.
Yeah.
Have like a good time and like sometimes it's nice just to be with girls.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Sometimes you need it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it will be the issue like who you mentioned earlier, like about like friends and stuff. What if they have a girl best friend or a boy best friend?
Oh,
That's
let's not
like-
get into girl best friends.
That's-
Let's get into it.
That's a whole thing.
No,
How
that's
do
a
you-
no. Okay,
That's a no?
that's a no
That's
because
crazy.
it's like a way of like you're sharing intimate information with that person. Like that's what I'm here for.
You mean girl
you
best
know?
friend as like a woman girl best friend?
Yeah, like if you're a man and you have a girl best friend, or if you're a girl and you have a boy best friend, like.
She dissing me.
I think it all comes back to boundaries, like, we're all adults. Of course you can have a guy friend, of course you can have a girlfriend, but as soon as you're in a relationship, you can't be doing the same things you once did when you were single, You can't be staying up at the phone 2 a.m. in the morning, kiki-keying all the time,
Nah.
Like,
I don't know. I wouldn't feel comfortable like going out to brunch together.
Yeah.
That's your best friend, but like no.
Oh yeah, brunch with my best friend is crazy. All I got now. That's crazy.
I think, at least for me, my rule is if this person is like a friend or a girl best friend, I have to be prepared for them to probably get married, like probably next week. Like,
Why you say that?
yeah, what do you mean by that?
because it's like for me, that's always gonna be somebody else's girl. Like if this is my girl best friend or my homegirl or whatsoever, that's always gonna be somebody else's girlfriend. Before I'm her friend, that's always gonna be her relationship first. So I can't expect her to be like, okay, putting me above it. Like I almost gotta treat her like a guy.
To an extent, I see what you
Yeah,
mean.
I
To an
know
extent.
what
To
you
an
mean.
extent.
Yeah, because if you have a girl, I'm not gonna expect you to put that girl, put me over that girl.
Yeah, nah, bro, you number 2. Number 10.
It's like that.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah. I mean, what do you guys feel like that?
I honestly think that I should do a better job at that. Like, I think that I took my distance from my friends and I didn't even realize it.
Yeah, you
You
don't.
know,
It
like
flies
I was
by.
just like I wanted to see my boy, like So now it's like, no, I have volleyball on Sundays. I can't hang out with you, type of thing. Like so, I think that just acknowledging that, realizing that, and just giving that same importance to your friends.
For sure.
Because it keeps you sane too. Because you can't lose yourself in a relationship when it's all about your man. And you ain't got no plans. So like, at that point, you just losing yourself. Like you don't have your friends. Your social life is kind of off. It's all about love and communicate with your partner. It's like enough of you for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Hang out with my boys for quick.
Definitely. I think some people can get too involved in their relationship that they can even forget about themselves. And you always got to keep a balance. Your friends, yourself, your family. You can't get too forget about everything.
Yeah, I think even as a guy, like I'll probably like if my girlfriend's girls are like important to her, I don't want to come in between them. Or I'm gonna be like, hey, you need to hang out with your girl best friends.
Yeah.
Like
For sure.
like she needs to have their time, so for her to be pretty much her whole self.
Their friends would like you then.
See, this is the key, boys. This is the key. This is exactly how you get them.
Yeah, exactly.
And it has to be the same way. She gonna be like, hey, you gotta hang out with friends, you gotta hang out with the boys.
For sure.
Exactly.
It don't be like that though. Like it don't.
No.
It really don't. Like it don't be like that.
And it's not like, I mean, for guys, we'll joke about it like, oh, he's forsaking the boys group or stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we want to see our boys happy.
Right.
Of course.
We do.
And I said, sometimes you don't even realize it. You don't realize it because you're happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
like you're not honeymoon
in
stage.
love.
You're like, you don't really think.
I was hanging out with one of our boys on on what was it, Sunday night,
Yeah.
and he was with this girl. He had the biggest smile on his face.
I'm talking about.
He knows what I'm talking about. He knows what I'm talking about.
Bruh.
Every time we talk about
We
it,
call him Mr. Pep in the Step. It's different now. Like before he got cuffed, it was different.
yes,
Now
it's just like,
my dog, it's different. It's different. You got a pep in his step.
and I think we like seeing that from guys. We like seeing them
I
happy.
love seeing it, bro.
But the worst thing is like seeing them go through bad stuff. Like we've seen some dudes like go through
It'd be tough. We're not going
Full
through it
heartbreak.
now, but like
full heartbroken stuff.
it was
and
a-
it's hard on guys like to see that. Like see, okay, dang, our boy like he was really happy and then she broke his heart. Do you, like for girls, I could imagine what's like seeing your girls go through that.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, your girls will always be there for you. But it's like we talked about earlier. I mean, you know, you can only protect your friends so much. They have to be their own person, go through their own stuff. But, you know, at the end of the day, they'll always know that you'll be there for them no matter whatever happens.
As long as you show them, let them
Yeah.
know. You know, just that.
See, with boys is so different because like sometimes we won't even accept the fact that we heartbroken.
Nah.
To tell my boy that I'm heartbroken,
Yeah.
that's so like beneath me.
No, it's
Let me stop. But that's so like.
crying, girl.
we won't.
Bro, literally, I've gotten calls from homegirls that's crying on the phone. Like, I could never.
I mean,
To you?
I'm not calling.
I ain't calling.
even if you don't call though, like you could always be like, oh, you know, let's go play basketball, let's go do this, because you know your friend's going through something.
Yeah.
Man, take my.
I think guys, we gotta get better at that though.
Because I'm sure, like,
Vulnerability is hard for men. It's very hard.
even though you're not asking for it, like, help, like, I'm sure you would have wanted it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want it inside. You're not
Like,
gonna
keep
ask
busy
So
to
the
keep
same
your mind
way,
off.
when you see your friend going through that, you know that they're not going to ask, so just
Yeah,
be
when
there.
you know your friend, you know how to take it out of them.
I have one of my friends, like he calls me like randomly. He'll probably be like 12 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at noon,
Nah, my phone.
whatsoever. He calls me like, and I'm not allowed to not pick up the phone. Or I'll at least call him back. And he'll call me like with a random, like, hey, how's it doing? How's everything going? How's it going with her or whatsoever? I think that's sometimes good because it's like, it keeps you on your toes.
For sure.
You don't know, okay, like if I know I'm seeing Fred every like Saturday or such, I know for Saturday, I can keep a smile on my face, I can do whatever. But sometimes friends pop up at those random moments.
Text you randomly.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday, like, yo, what's good? It's like,
Something like that, but it's always good to like keep them safe or keep them accountable. And it's tough. Like I feel like so many relationships can benefit from friends that keep you accountable.
For sure.
What do you think?
Absolutely.
It's almost tough because guys, we're reckless.
reckless.
I know I'm reckless.
I'm reckless, sir.
And sometimes like having friends who keep us, I don't want to say on the leash, but like keep us sane, keep
On our
us
toes.
on our toes, keep us asking us the right questions. Asking us the right
That's true.
questions.
I do that with Giselle too.
You good?
It's good to, you know, ask your friends, you know, how's everything, you know, how's this, how's that, because sometimes, like, you know, we spoke about earlier, sometimes we get too involved or we're in the honeymoon stage, we overlook things, we don't see things, and your friends could always, you know, be there to like make you like, you know, think about what's the reality of things, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know when you're acting so strong and such, but like, I think I'm the same way. Like, I don't ask for help if I'm sad.
Aw.
You know?
See, not you, yeah. Yes, sir.
Dog, I think it's very, very important. I must ask though, if you had like a little brother, do you guys have little brothers?
I have a younger brother.
You have a little brother?
No, not little, younger.
Younger. Oh, not little, but younger.
Yeah.
Perfect. What would you tell them about girls and?
I'm sorry, it's funny because I'm dating her brother.
Oh wow! This is a conflict of interest.
No, go
This
ahead.
is a
No,
conflict of interest.
We need that.
And he was like, oh, Xavier never stopped playing soccer.
It's there for you. Yes.
Oh, makes sense. Oh.
Guys, we didn't plan this whatsoever.
You looked them up?
I'm sorry.
Did you hook her up with?
No. If anything, I would joke with my brother would be like, you stole my friend.
Did you know her first or your brother?
We both met Ashley at the same time. But we
Oh,
both
okay.
had our different relationship with Ashley.
Mhm.
Right? Like, she was my friend, they were friends.
But of course she's a girl, so I was like closer to her and everything.
And
Wait.
then he just stole him.
I gotta
Stole her,
ask.
sorry.
ask. did did you tell her that you were dating him, or did he tell you?
I think her brother told
Yeah,
her.
you didn't tell me.
He didn't say anything.
You didn't tell me.
So you was being sneaky.
You didn't tell me.
Yes, you was.
You're being a little sneaky.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. I told my sister first,
Okay.
and I think he told her sister,
Yeah.
first. You know.
Okay, but how soon though? If you would tell.
She would see messages pop up on his phone, so she knew before even
Oh, so she ain't really.
anything. She'd be like, Ashley's texting Xavier a lot.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That would be like, if he see message, you be like, yo,
Yo,
what's up, my boy? What's good?
But, I mean, it's great. I mean, we, like you said, how you feel about like your girls going out together. I mean, he doesn't have to worry about it. He's out with his.
He
he's
got
out with
the
his
perfect.
sister.
Hey,
Yeah.
We literally had him pick us up from Miami the other night.
He's not stressed about nothing.
it's good. I'm gonna stick
He's
together.
good. He's not stressed at all.
Wow, that's crazy. I know it's a conflict of interest, but what would you tell, like maybe a younger brother, like if you had like a little sibling?
Not involved with her.
No, I can tell you what I already told him before. Like, I was scared that he was gonna get like a bad girl. Like, a girl is gonna boss him around.
Yeah.
My brother's so kind. Like, he's such a wholesome person. And I remember like growing up, and I was just like, no, I have to approve. So,
Yeah.
but he came like, Allie's amazing. I'm just so happy.
That's what we're here for. I think, yeah, because girls are protective, guys are protective like their little siblings. You don't want them to have like a bad girl or bad guy whatsoever. And it's, I don't know, it's tough because you see them going through it. You can't pick out the girl for them, you can't pick out the boy for them. But you gotta like, okay, watch out for this, watch out for this, watch out for this. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah.
no, that's too
She
funny.
was thinking about her man.
I was like thinking about if I was agreeing.
Yeah, so what would you say to your little brother? To a little brother.
To
sorry.
a little brother.
Mhm.
I think sort of how like Giselle felt. I don't know. I guess when you have like a little, I mean, I have a sister, and even though she's not little, but I always want what's best for her.
Mhm.
And it's like, even though you're not always gonna be there, you can't always protect them, but you know, you kind of, I don't know. I feel like I'd be very like, I have to approve also.
Yeah,
kind of like
exactly.
Giselle, you know.
Mhm.
And like I said earlier too, I think the people who have your best interests will always tell you the truth, or you know, always have like a sixth sense about, you know, like that, like intuition about people.
Yeah.
Like my dad has that, man. Like whenever
Shout
my
out to
dad
Dad.
doesn't like a guy, I just know it's not gonna work out. But it's just, I don't know why, but I feel like the people who are closest to you always gonna have that like gut intuition, you know?
What do you think?
I had a younger brother. That's crazy.
No. Younger sister.
Stop doing that, man.
Oh man, the girls get
Jeez.
Dubai's.
I don't have a younger sister.
Hey man,
I'll
look,
be
you know what I'm
protected.
talking about.
I'll be protected.
You know what I'm talking
I don't
about.
like. As soon as even if he's good, I won't like him.
Mm-hmm.
And I always had that presence, like, yo, you're not gonna get over my sister. You know, so I can fight you at any day that I want. So, you
Jeez,
know what I'm saying?
terrible.
Exactly, but as men, that's a sense of accountability. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, let me not say that, but like the sense of like a male figure. Like, let's say when you have a strong father figure and a strong brother figure, when a girl, let's say younger sister, when a guy comes in, he knows. You know what I'm saying? But there's some things that you can get over your women with. You know, so we can finesse situations.
What do you mean we? Wait. Whoa.
We can finesse situations
Whoa.
and do things that we shouldn't do. But when we have that accountability from a man up front, it's like, all right, that's on my P's and Q's. I'm not playing about this girl. So I would just provide that accountability factor, not so advice.
I think when a girl has also, like you said, like a good father figure, or like an older protective brother, or just a brother, I mean, I feel like the guy gets a little bit scared to do the girl wrong, you know, because they're like, oh man, like, you know, I'm gonna
Get jumped.
yeah, I'm gonna get jumped, or
Right.
you know, like
Got some dogs on speed dial.
you have a lot of, I think, I don't know, but you get scared about like doing the girl wrong.
You need
know?
that, man.
You need that?
Yes, you
I
need
don't,
that.
the dads are always on my side.
That's
I mean, yeah, I never had a dad like, okay, be careful, or older brother like, I'm always cool with the family.
Nah, I had a dad man like me. I don't know what I did.
Get through it, man.
Gotta get through it.
If this is the way you dress, nah. I don't know. Those ripped jeans, my dad would be like,
Wow. Wow. Dang, that's crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, it could be anything, right? I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes your parents or even your siblings could be a little too overprotective.
Yeah, for
Maybe
sure.
it wasn't even about you. It was just
Yeah.
the guy that you
Of
would
course.
Yeah.
brought. He would have been
Yeah,
the same
maybe he
way.
wouldn't. Yeah.
I've had like little cousins like who brought a guy over and like, okay, I'm looking at it different. Because it's like sometimes you could like guys could tell that with other guys. Like, okay, how he's moving, how he's talking, how he's doing things, he doesn't really have any respect for people or relationships or authority or stuff like that. And you could kind of like come at that with an anger with like little sisters or whatsoever. Be like, okay, I can't explain it, but I don't think it's a good thing. Like you said with your dad, like you don't know how, but like every time he doesn't like the guy,
It's the intuition.
yeah. Guys, I think we have that for the guys and
Yeah.
girls.
I think girls have that too, for sure.
for girls,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think
For
the
sure.
way I feel is my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my mom knows the future. Like, that friendship isn't gonna work out. Your mom knows, you know.
Wow.
For sure.
For sure.
Girls know friends, they know cousins, they know everything.
Wow.
For sure.
I'll be scared.
We have a
Don't be
really
thinking
good
that.
intuition.
I don't be thinking that deep. I just be like, yo. There's a sense of me that lives on cruise control. Like, hey, it's gonna happen, and it's whatever happens, happens.
We different. We different because I'm like, okay, guys, what you guys think? What this that? I'll come to the boys before like anything happens. Like the boys probably know it.
I ain't gonna lie, I might get married and he might not know. I ain't gonna lie. And it's not even a
Hold on,
bad
hold on,
thing.
what?
No.
You go get engaged. You go get to the marriage. I'm not invited. Wow.
I don't know. I'm so private.
You
Like,
gonna go to the courthouse without me?
okay, I'm exaggerating. I'll tell you for sure. I ain't gonna lie, getting engaged and not telling you for sure. But I'm the type to be in like a 2-year relationship, then introduce it to everyone.
Wow, wow.
I'm the type.
I was gonna say I'm the type to elope, but that's different.
Very,
I
like,
mean, I think I feel some type of way. If I'm with you for 2 years,
because the
and
way
never introduced
the way my
me,
mindset is like I don't want to keep introducing them to multiple people.
How many people
But at
are you
least-
introducing?
At least you're
Like,
close.
I'm
You know.
not like when I'm settled with somebody. Like, okay, you meet the parents, you meet the friends. Like, this is it.
You basically want to do it once.
I want to do it once and that's it. I don't want to be like, oh, remember when he was dating she who and then do
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she broke up with
Yeah.
who and it's like,
Yeah.
yo, like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
I mean, yeah. As guys, we want to be careful. Like how many girls we're introducing to the guys. Like I don't
Because
want to.
it could just get watered down.
After
Like
2
I've
weeks,
witnessed it get watered down, and it's like
I get you.
Yeah,
you gotta be
absolutely.
like, I'm very like, all right.
Plus, I don't want the guys to be forgetting the name. Like, oh, what's her name? Like,
I forgot names.
Chelsea?
Some of my boys.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
that's not her. I can't have that.
forgot
I
names.
can't have
Messed
that. I
forgot
can't.
names.
Y'all boys better not.
Yeah, I did that once by accident.
Dang.
You crossed the bro code. The bro code.
Yeah, that was the
Nah.
day that bro code got crossed. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, man, you can't do that.
But sometimes it be so many.
See, this is why you gotta be careful. You can't tell your guys everything.
You can't. So like, if you just bring it up girls and girls and girls and girls, we gonna lose track.
Yeah.
You know, it's bad.
I would say if I had a younger sister, I would say be careful about how her friends impact her relationship. Because sometimes, you know, her friends sometimes give her good advice, but also bad advice. Like sometimes they'll give advice that, yo, that did not work for that. And you probably almost fumbled a good relationship off of bad advice. You know what I'm saying? Do you ever see that with girls? Like sometimes they may have given you advice and then you realize, okay, I'm glad I didn't take that advice. Or I did take advice and it didn't work out.
I think me personally, no, because I mean, I do keep my stuff private, and I only trust a couple of people that I know have my best interests. But
Mhm.
I think I've seen it. I mean, probably like back in high school, you know, when some people that you think are your friends, and they don't really actually want what's best for you. I've seen that, like young when I was younger. Somebody say something or make up a rumor, stuff like that, and then they actually believe the rumor and it destroys the relationship, But me being older now, no.
I'm like scared to tell my friends about like bad things in the relationship.
Yeah.
You know? sometimes you just have to overcome it yourself, figure it out yourself, because it's like you know that relationship better than anyone, right? And you want to protect that person too. If you see a future with them, you don't want your friends, your family to think bad of them.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's a big key. Man, I love this conversation. I really love this conversation. This was a very good episode. Guys, if if the audience wants to reach out to you, is there any way they want to Instagram, whatsoever?
My Instagram is Jenny DeSell.
So,
Mine is Ashley POL_.
underscore. Fred, unfortunately, does not have an IG whatsoever.
Lame.
Instagram less.
See, now you all know. Before, it was 3, no Instagram, 1 Instagram.
Yeah, last time it was 3. Now
Yes.
I'm back to the basic, back to the roots.
Exactly. But you guys know where to catch me. Anywhere, everywhere, absolutely anywhere. It's Echo of Vlad. But if you guys have any questions whatsoever, leave them in the comments. Still on Instagram whatsoever. Please, I will see you guys next week with the next episode. I wish you all the best. The rest, God bless.